Good afternoon. You may be seated. Thank you. I'm Steve Dubinet, Dean of the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA. As a land-grant institution, the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA acknowledges the Gabrielino Tongva peoples as the traditional land caretakers of Tavanga. We are here to welcome and honor our new students. We also want to welcome their family and friends who have come here to join in this celebration. We want to make this the best day possible for our students and their families. We'd like to ask you to do what I have done. I know it's difficult to silence our phones and keep the aisles clear. Please help us acknowledge the students as they receive their white coats. We want to celebrate every medical student's accomplishments here today. On behalf of my colleagues at the David Geffen School of Medicine, I welcome everyone. It's our pleasure to welcome you to the 30th White Coat Ceremony. This is a momentous occasion in our students' healthcare journey, and we want to welcome them to the medical profession. I also want to welcome their families and friends as they share this very significant event with all of us. And now I would like to introduce you to my friend and colleague, Dr. Kathleen Brown, Vice Dean for Education at the David Geffen School of Medicine. Dr. Brown.
Thank you, Dean Dubinet. Now, to the class of 2029, congratulations. The White Coat Ceremony is an important milestone for students entering medical school. In the presence of family, friends, and faculty members, student physicians are welcomed into the medical community and are cloaked with their first white coats, marking their entry into the profession. For the students, the ceremony emphasizes professional expectations and responsibilities, reinforcing the primacy of the doctor-patient relationship. The white coat is a symbol that reminds us that as future physicians, you must care as well as cure, and symbolizes a critical part of students' medical education, of the professionalism and caring, and of the trust physicians must earn from patients. For the family and friends of our students who are with us today, we hope that this ceremony deepens the special and personal connection you share with all of us at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA. For our faculty, this day provides an important reminder of why we do the work we do. It affords us the opportunity to connect with the class of 2029, enhancing our awareness of the incredible talents and diversity of this outstanding group of future physicians. For our alumni, your involvement provides a much-needed link from the beginning of these trainees' medical school careers to their futures as members of your association. I am proud to share that the generous gifts from our esteemed alumni helped to support the purchase of the personalized white coats for the class of 2029. And each member of the class also received a card in their program with inspirational and encouraging words from our alumni donors. With this gesture, our alumni family welcomes the future alumni we are celebrating today. Finally, and most importantly, for our patients, this ceremony reaffirms our commitment to compassion, caring, and respectful patient care. The David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA has been enriched for many years by two unique tracks, Prime LA and our Medical Scientist Training Program. Leaders from each track are here today to welcome the class of 2029. First, it is my privilege and honor to introduce Dr. Gerardo Moreno, Executive Director of Prime LA.
Thank you, Dean Brown. Congratulations and welcome all to the David Geffen School of Medicine. We are thrilled to have you here as part of our extended family at UCLA. A warm greetings from all of us at the Prime LA program. But some of you are probably wondering, what does Prime LA stand for? So it's the program in medical education for leadership and advocacy. So Prime is a University of California-wide initiative with programs on every UC medical school campus supported by the state of California. And the mission of Prime LA is to train future physicians to become leaders who will improve health and healthcare in medically underserved communities in California. And they'll do this through breakthroughs in policy, research, and clinical care. A defining and inspiring feature of Prime is that our students complete not only their MD degree, but also earn a master's degree. Now that could be an MBA or an MPH or other. To the proud parents, family, and friends here today, this is why your students will be in medical school for 5 years instead of the traditional 4. But rest assured that they will be supported in every step of the way by our faculty, staff, and our close-knit community at UCLA. Now their decision to take this path speaks volumes, right? It reflects their passion, their courage, and it reflects their commitment on making a difference in health and healthcare, especially for those who need it the most. Now more than ever, our communities across California need physicians who not only provide healthcare, but who also lead with compassion and humanism, and with an understanding of the challenges people face. So this year we proudly celebrate our 18th year of Prime LA, and we are the largest Prime program in California, and we're proud of that. And we thank Dean Dubinet for his support. And we're excited to welcome 18 new students each year. Over nearly 2 decades, more than 300 medical students have trained through Prime LA. Today, we are honored to welcome cohort 18. And finally, to our entering class, in your medical education, seek inspiration and wisdom, not only from the hospitals and classrooms, but also from the lives and stories of the communities you will serve, the conversations that you will have with patients across Los Angeles. Congratulations and welcome, Prime LA cohort and everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moreno. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Olu Ajijola, co-director of the UCLA Caltech Medical Scientist Training Program, who will offer his welcoming remarks to the entering MD, PhD class.
Thank you, Dean Brown, and good afternoon and welcome to all of you. The UCLA Caltech Medical Scientist Training Program welcomes and congratulates the entire DGSOM class of 2029. Round of applause. A very special shout out goes to the 18 MSTP students who are part of your class. You are embarking on the journey of a joint doctoral degree training. And while this means that you will be here a few additional years, I promise it'll go by very quickly and that it's worth the effort. You will be engaging in impactful scholarship, making meaningful discoveries, and gathering lifelong friends and mentors along the way. You are the 43rd class to join the UCLA Caltech MSTP, a program with a rich history in training outstanding physician scientists. Our graduates go on to become innovators and leaders in medicine and biomedical research. The breadth of excellence in research here at UCLA and at our partner institution, Caltech, supports training in various disciplines that are relevant to the very important mission of improving human health. Now, while we acknowledge that you are entering this journey at a time of uncertainty in biomedical research, I remind you that history teaches us that the most transformative discoveries actually often emerge in times of challenge. Your dual degree training will uniquely equip you to bridge science and medicine into the future, ushering in new therapies for the ailing. I encourage you to stay resilient, stay curious, and trust that your commitment will help shape the future of discovery and healing. On behalf of the entire MSTP leadership and staff, we are honored to support you on this journey and look forward to celebrating your accomplishments. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ajijola. I would also like to acknowledge that in addition to these two important tracks, we also have two outstanding pathway programs. I would like to welcome our Global Health Equity and Urban Health Equity pathway students and thank the many people who have worked to create both of these programs committed to health equity. Because the white coat ceremony emphasizes our focus on professionalism, compassion, empathy, and caring, each year we choose this venue to announce and recognize the recipient of the Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. The Tao Humanism in Medicine Award is presented by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, a national organization dedicated to ensuring that compassion, respect, and empathy are at the core of all healthcare interactions. Dr. Tao was a beloved friend of Drs. Arnold and Sandra Gold, and the Tao Foundation was dedicated to supporting causes that alleviate pain, increase joy, and expand human potential. Leonard Tao passed away earlier this month at the age of 97. His dedication to philanthropy lives on through the Tao Foundation and the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. This award recognizes and honors faculty members who are exemplary in their compassion and sensitivity in the delivery of care to patients and their families, as well as in their respect for their colleagues. The recipient is nominated and selected by faculty peers. Awardees must consistently demonstrate compassion and empathy in the delivery of care to patients, show respect for everyone, display excellence in scientific endeavors, engender trust and confidence, and serve as a role model who illustrates professional behavior by example. I am very proud to announce that this year's recipient of the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award is Dr. Tara Vijayan. Dr. Tara Vijayan completed medical school at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine in 2007, where she started the school's first and only literary magazine. She spent a gap year at Yale doing the Doris Duke Research Fellowship, studying adolescents with perinatally acquired HIV as they transition from pediatric to adult medicine treatment. She started and then completed her training in internal medicine and infectious diseases at the University of California, San Francisco. And then after fellowship, she spent a year and a half as a primary care doctor for patients with HIV in Oakland, California. Dr. Vijayan joined the University of California, Los Angeles faculty in 2016, and she holds the title of Associate Clinical Professor of Clinical Medicine in the Division of Infectious Diseases. Among her many leadership roles at DGSOM, she is the medical director of the Center for AIDS Research and Education and the medical director of Adult Antimicrobial Stewardship. In addition, She serves as Associate Program Director for the UCLA Multi-Campus Infectious Disease Fellowship and as co-editor of the State-of-the-Art Reviews in Clinical Infectious Diseases. How she has time to do all this, I don't know. Dr. Vijayan had a key role in education for first and second year medical students in microbiology and infectious diseases, for which she has received multiple Golden Apple Awards for her teaching excellence. And I'm proud to say that I met her during some of those experiences, and she is an amazing teacher. Her academic passions remain health equity, clinical decision-making, narrative medicine and infectious diseases, and her clinical interests include general infectious diseases, as well as HIV medicine, global health, infectious diseases in underserved populations, medical education, and antimicrobial stewardship. She is known as a compassionate physician, gifted educator, and profoundly caring human being. She consistently received glowing evaluations and comments from her trainees. The following quote provides an example of the types of comments shared by her trainees. Dr. Vijayan is an excellent role model at providing humanistic care and advocating for patients. She is very skilled at communicating with other members of the medical team and noticing other aspects of the patient care that may need a bit more attention. She takes the time to explain the patient's clinical status and next steps to family members. As noted in her nomination packet, Dr. Vijayan is an exemplary candidate for the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. She has made a lasting impact on the lives of countless patients, trainees, colleagues, and community members through her exceptional humanism, clinical excellence, educational innovation, and leadership vision. She is a true embodiment of the values and missions of the Tao Award. It is my honor to present this award to my friend and colleague, Dr. Tara Vijayan. Oh, I forgot to tell you what it says. Okay, this certificate reads, the 2025 Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award, David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, is presented to Tara Vijayan, MD, for exemplary compassion, empathy, and respect for patients, and for excellence in the art of medicine. Another round of applause, please.
Oh, sorry.
Congratulations for your exemplary work and for being such an outstanding role model of the humanistic physician. Dean Dubinet and I would also like to recognize and thank the Tao Award Selection Committee members for their outstanding work, receiving numerous dossiers submitted for consideration. The faculty members serving on the committee were Dr. Stephen C. Cannon, Jody L. Friedman, Isla Garraway, Judith Gasson, and Jennifer Lucero, and we thank them. Some of them are with us today, but not all of them could be here, but we thank them in their absence. Now, our medical student leadership has also taken a proactive role in celebrating individuals who create a respectful and nurturing learning environment for our medical students. Over a decade ago, they created a special award designed to acknowledge the exceptionally humanistic teaching contributions of our resident physicians, the Excellence in Teaching with Humanism Residents and Fellows Award. Dozens of nominations were received this year, from which 20 residents were selected to receive the award. Although not all of them could be here today, we are joined by the following award recipients. And for the recipients, please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Dr. Howard Chung, a psychiatry resident at Kern, UCLA. Dr. Wander Edom, a family medicine resident at Harbor, UCLA. Dr. Christopher Hamad, an orthopedic surgery resident at UCLA. Dr. Madia Husseini, a neurology resident at UCLA. Dr. Moody Hubishi, an ultrasound fellow at UCLA. Dr. Po Wee Billy Kang, an internal medicine resident at UCLA. Dr. Aubrey Kelly, an emergency medicine resident at UCLA. Dr. Daniel Nasser, an obstetrics and gynecology fellow at UCLA. Dr. Nicole Nguyen, an anesthesiology resident at UCLA. Dr. Ethan Osias, an ophthalmology resident at UCLA. And Dr. Nathan Vanderven, a Med Peds resident at UCLA. The names of the award recipients who were unable to join us today are listed in your program, and we acknowledge their presence with us virtually. Please join me in congratulating these wonderful role models with a round of applause. Thank you, and please be seated. In planning the white coat ceremony, we select our keynote speaker from nationally esteemed faculty members who have been recognized for excellence in teaching, patient care, and service to the community. No one could be more deserving of this honor than this year's recipient of the Tao Humanism in Medicine Award. Dr. Tara Vijayan, I am proud to invite her back to the podium to share her remarks.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brown. What an honor, and I'm sorry that I preempted you by trying to speak earlier. Before I begin, I really want to share a brief story about Dr. Brown, who means a lot to me. This talk is going to include many stories because storytelling is a big part of my why medicine, so bear with me. And that's for Dr. Dean Dubinet, who actually suggested that telling stories is really why we're here today. In March of 2020, we saw the first of our patients with COVID-19 admitted to the hospital. As we saw the first of our patients with COVID-19 admitted to the hospital, I was sitting at a computer in the Santa Monica Hospital Library, a space that truly feels like something out of Architectural Digest. I'm going to invite you to sort of sit with me in this scene, with its American craftsman dim light fixtures, crown molding, cherrywood tables and chairs, and bookshelves filled with worn cloth-bound volumes of medical texts. This hospital is a place where I treat patients who are both unhoused and who live with abundance. And within those walls, both are given equal treatment. I take pride in this work that I do. The library within this hospital was a place where I spent many days before and many days after wondering, what am I missing? And on this one particular day in March, I was scrolling through the images of a CT scan of the lungs over and over and over again. I don't know if you remember this, Dr. Brown. Up and down, up and down. My patient was in respiratory distress from what I thought was an infection called pneumocystis pneumonia, an infection I had treated many times before in my patients with AIDS. But this patient had multiple myeloma, and she was not improving. She'd already been tested twice for COVID-19, and at that time, our entire hospital system, which served over 400,000 patients in the inpatient and outpatient setting, had access to only 60 COVID-19 tests a day. So I sent an email to my beloved Dr. Brown because the hospital radiologists were perhaps working from home that day, and I asked if she would call me. Within minutes of sending that email, she called. And the first thing she asked was, "Thara, are you okay?" I wasn't sure exactly what she meant at that moment. Was I the mother of two whose schools had just shut down? Okay. Was I the wife of a primary care doctor? Okay. Was I the daughter of two older adults, a pediatric ER doctor, who I call the OG Dr. V, and a man who suffered from post-polio syndrome and high blood pressure? Okay. Was I an infectious disease doctor who was about to help lead her institution navigate a global pandemic? Okay. I told her I was okay, even though just minutes before I was sobbing in the bathroom, the weight of uncertainty unbearable at that moment. And she led me through the images, and we dissected what fit and what did not fit. And in the end, I decided, with her guidance and the guidance of a few other beloved mentors, that it was just bad pneumocystis pneumonia. And so this moment, having been introduced for this award by this incredible woman physician, is not lost on me. So please give a round of applause to Dr. Brown for me. And with that, I want to turn my attention back to you. I'm not sure I deserve this moment to be speaking to all of you and your loved ones any more than anyone else here with a long white coat, but I'm grateful. As a side note, I rarely wear my white coat these days because long-sleeved white coats have been associated with increased rates of horizontal transmission of infections. But there is still something that feels just right when I wear this. I wrote this talk yesterday. It's been circling in my head for a while. And I've been trying to think hard about what it means to be humanistic. And what I've landed on is this: humanism is a deliberate practice. It's not something we're born with. Some of us may be born with varying degrees of compassion, but humanism is not actually about compassion. To me, humanism is about curiosity and humility. I was not 100% sure I wanted to be a doctor when I was sitting where you are. I was a literature major in college, and my happiest place was being immersed in the stories. I did love many of my science classes and the process of figuring out a problem set, but my happiest place really was with my nose in a book. Raise your hand if you can relate to this. Oh, so proud of you guys. Thank you, humanities majors. When I entered medical school, our country had suffered great uncertainty. It was actually the year after the attacks on September 11th. I had, in fact, started interviewing for medical school within weeks of those attacks. My immigrant parents knew people who were victims in those attacks. They also were subject to significant racial profiling in the wake of those attacks. It was a deeply unsettling time for us. But pursuing medicine was expected of me, and in many ways, it felt familiar. The spirit of service was deep in my family. My dad came to this country for a better life. His own father had passed away when he was young, leaving his mother, who had less than a high school degree, to raise 4 children. She, in fact, had 5 children, but one died from a ruptured appendix. I want you to sit with that for a minute. My dad arrived here in 1971, thanks to the Immigration and Naturalization Act signed by Lyndon Johnson, with his engineering degree, and he started his first job sorting mail for an insurance company. He earned $75 a week, $25 of which would go to his mother in India. He lived in a 1-bedroom apartment in the Bronx with 2 other immigrants from his region in India. He eventually found what would be his job for the next 30 years, in telecommunications. It was a great union job. He married my mom, who had just graduated medical school in 1976. She passed her exams and was able to get a residency in pediatrics, and the rest is history. We lived a good, comfortable life. In 2002, 23 years ago, I began my own journey in medicine. My mind at times was distracted. I had just started dating this cute guy who's sitting in the audience right now. I took part in protesting a war with which I did not agree. I barely passed my anatomy practical, and if Dr. Stark were here, I would actually say, I'm sorry, Dr. Stark. But I loved immunology and pulmonology. I found microbiology tolerable. Someday, if you listen to me geek out about gram stains or RNA viruses, you would not believe this to be true. I since have become such a micro-geek that I've, on more than one occasion, dressed up my kids when they were little as gram-negative rods for Halloween. You're going to see some of those pictures, by the way, at some point in the next at least 4 years. My clinical years were filled with incredible highs and incredible lows. I took a gap year so that my future husband, who had joined medical school a year after me, could catch up and we could match together. But it was in that year, as a Doris Duke Research Fellow, where I could really begin to reflect on what a gift this was, this path that I had chosen, or had been chosen for me. I had my eyes set on pediatrics because it was what I knew from my mom, who I will always refer to as the OG Dr. V. But in that year, my vision had started to become clearer. My research had involved understanding how best to transition children with HIV to adult medicine, and in that process, I realized that internal medicine was what spoke to me. Trying to figure out what kind of internist was its own challenge. Primary care spoke to me, but I also knew I loved how infectious disease doctors thought and puzzled. The thought of research excited me far more than the process of research itself. And here I'm going to give a nod to my beloved MSTP students. Please raise your hand, because I do want to see you. And know that you're such a gift in these trying times, and we will persevere. I'm so proud of you. In my third year of fellowship, when I was pregnant with my first child, both of my children are here today, I met a young man with HIV whose speech was severely impaired from toxoplasmosis, a parasite that infected his brain. And I remember seeing on his cheap wooden adjustable tray table a copy of James Baldwin's Giovanni's Room. For those of you who are unfamiliar, James Baldwin was a gay black writer whose essays I'd read many times before. But Giovanni's Room was a short novel which centers a man who falls in love with another man. Seeing this man, unable to speak, but fully able to read and turn to a book I could only imagine allowed him to feel whole when the world tried to break him apart time and again, allowed me to understand how all of this came together for me as his physician. My calling was to help this man to be able to live life to the fullest. I want to come back to the ideas I brought up at the beginning of this talk, the idea of curiosity and humility. Much like my first years in medical school, we currently live in a time of great uncertainty. And during times of uncertainty, our deliberate practice of humanism, of maintaining our curiosity and our humility, is tested time and again. I'm going to end with another story, and then a story within a story. Last fall, as I was feeling his neck for lymph nodes, my patient suddenly asked me if I was for this president or against this president. That was exactly how he framed it. The question caught me off guard, but as I later reflected, it was not so surprising. Mr. B, I will call him, previously had shared with me ideas about different ethnic groups, ideas with which I disagreed, and I would gently have to redirect him. In one of those moments where he made a hard comment about a specific group, I asked him point blank if anyone had ever made any comments about his own identity as a Mexican American. He shrugged it off. Yeah, I've been called names, but I ignore it. So I knew as he asked me this question that his political beliefs were not in line with mine. I also knew I cared for him deeply, so I wanted to tread this conversation carefully. We had been through a lot together. I met him in the hospital when he had acute liver failure. He soon began seeing me for his HIV care. He was being treated for lymphoma, and just that summer had been admitted for confusion. For days, he was so confused that his sisters thought that this was the end, so they took him home on hospice. 2 weeks after he was discharged, he called me. "Hello, doctor. Just letting you know I'm alive and not on hospice anymore." I was so moved that he called me to let me know. Over time, he shared with me pieces of his story, how he was in love with a man, we had this in common, but his love died from cancer, how this death was at once grotesque and beautiful, how he worked in textiles and loved fashion, how he loved his sisters deeply but disagreed with their politics and didn't always understand them, how he thought the former president was sleeping on the job. His life was unnecessarily hard and he blamed the former president for this. That fall day, I answered him honestly, but I looked him in the eyes and felt the need to say what was obvious to me, that this did not matter and would never affect our relationship. He looked back, right back with kindness. "I know," he said, but his actions spoke more than this. I'm the one he comes to when he's feeling unwell. I still am someone he trusts when I tell him he needs to go back to the hospital. It remains a gift and a privilege that I work hard to earn every day with my curiosity and my humility. In my final words, I want to share part of a story I published this year in the New England Journal of Medicine. Please know that I've read far better pieces than this piece I'm about to read. And in fact, there was a breathtaking story written by a DGSOM student by the name of Grace Yee, published in the weeks after mine, that I would really encourage you to read. It's called Avocado and Salt. It's beautiful. I chose to end with this story because you are entering medical school in Los Angeles, one of the greatest cities in the world. And I wrote this piece at a time when our city was struggling with yet another moment of great uncertainty. What a theme, huh? Uncertainty. During the wildfires earlier this year. I wrote this story as we housed two families, including my sister's family, who lost their homes in the Altadena fires. This story centers around two patients for whom I cared, whom I call Annie and Maria, and two authors whose stories have resonated deeply for me. The title of my piece is called Libraries Burned, A Life Lived, and I will read a quote I used from Susan Orlean's The Library Book, which takes place in LA, as well as the last two paragraphs of my piece. I hope it resonates with you in some small way. In Senegal, the polite expression for saying someone died is to say his or her library has burned. Our minds and souls contain volumes inscribed by our experiences and emotions. Each individual's consciousness is a collection of the memories we've cataloged and stored inside us, a private library of a life lived. That was a quote from the library book. And this is the end of my piece. Every day, I sift and sort through histories and data, trying to communicate what is known and not known about my patients' stories. I bear witness to their illnesses, which are but a chapter in a book among books. And it is a privilege to help them write that next chapter, a chapter that at a time when medicine is increasingly siloed, might be considered outside my lane. One evening in January, as flakes of ash fell softly on my shoulders, I listened to a news story about the burning of the Palisades Library in one of the worst firestorms in the history of my city. I remembered Celeste Ng and Susan Orlean as I reflected on how libraries, normally places of refuge, would be some of the many essential institutions threatened in this moment of uncertainty and in the days to come. I remembered Annie and Maria, two non-native Angelinos like me, whose stories I hold close and whose stories have burned, stories of these wild and beautiful lives lived. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for allowing me to share my stories today.
I'd like to thank all of my colleagues for their humanitarian care and their compassion, no matter where we are. Thank you, Dr. Vijayan, for sharing your wisdom, inspiration, and experiences with us. I think I'll just call you the great Dr. V. Now, the white coat has played a significant role in medicine as early as the 17th century, when physicians wore long white coats and surgeons wore short ones. The origin of the white coat in modern medicine has been influenced by three major developments: the acceptance of the germ theory, the advent of hospitals, and the growing importance of the scientific foundations of medical practice. Photos from the end of the 19th century show surgeons and nurses garbed in white coats, and at the turn of the century, physicians who were viewed as scientists began wearing long white coats signifying the power and protection of science. The white coat symbolizes society's fundamental confidence in the knowledge and skills of the physician. The white coat also symbolizes the deep importance and sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship, a relationship, as the beautiful Dr. V described, in which perfect strangers confide their innermost fears secrets, and concerns. The white coat connotes great privilege, but with that privilege comes great responsibility. We must always remember that the knowledge that provides us with the ability to cure must be accompanied by compassion, humanism, and caring. I now call upon Dr. Lee Miller, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, and Dr. Jason Napolitano, Associate Dean for Curricular Affairs, who will introduce each of our matriculating students and the institutions which they received their most recent degrees. I also welcome Assistant Dean for Curricular Affairs, Dr. Natasha Wheaton, who will welcome each student to the stage. The students will be cloaked by the Assistant Dean leading the society to which they are assigned as part of our longitudinal advising program that is designed to help guide and support students from matriculation to graduation. Our society names are Latin words that portray a sense of healing and community. The first letter of each of these four names spell out UCLA.
All right, will Assistant Dean Ilgi Fitzgerald, Associate Clinical Professor of Psychiatry and Biobehavioral Sciences, please come forward to cloak the students whom she will be advising in the Utilis Society, which means useful or helpful. Layla Afzal, University of California, Davis.
Morike Alua Ayodeji, Rice University.
Lance Aaron Azizi, University of California, Berkeley. Master of Public Health and Infectious Diseases and Vaccinology from the University of California, Berkeley.
Melissa Bobia, University of Florida, Master of Medical Science, University of South Florida.
Sophia Cha, Rice University.
Isabel Rodriguez Chandler, Princeton University.
Hunter M. Courtney, University of Pennsylvania.
Dia Dockel, Franklin and Marshall College.
Nicholas Ray Duncan, California State University, Los Angeles.
Sheena Dwyer McNulty, Cornell University.
Eva Esquivel, University of California, Irvine.
Sarah Fenton, Colgate University.
Gustavo Garcia Jr., University of California, Berkeley.
Yusuf Gate, University of California, Berkeley.
Nancy Hu, University of California, Los Angeles.
Long Win, University of Southern California.
Lois Idrisu, Georgia State University, and Master of Science in Neuroscience, Georgia State University.
Muna Iboko, Johns Hopkins University.
Julia Kahn, Wesleyan University.
Timothy S. Coe, United States Military Academy.
Yvonne Kong, University of Waterloo.
Preston Michael Leung, University of California, Davis, Master of Divinity, Fuller Theological Seminary.
Isabel C.C. Lee, Carnegie Mellon University.
Ellison Liu, Brown University, Master of Science in Addiction Studies, King's College, London.
Sun S. Liu, University of California, San Diego.
Jaira Mary Joyce Mendoza, University of California, Los Angeles.
Hui Nguyen, Brown University.
Thalia Nguyen, University of California, Los Angeles.
Antara Palkar, Emory University.
Janet Duinez Ramirez, University of New Mexico.
Gabriela Ramirez Videz, University of California, Los Angeles.
Anush Ramani, University of Calgary.
Peter Joseph Sauer, Carnegie Mellon University.
Isha Sharma, Washington University in St. Louis.
Jonathan Shee, University of California, Riverside.
Vivian Su, University of California, Los Angeles.
Jiwon Suh, Brandeis University.
Zoe Akbar Thanawala, University of Houston.
Ujay Tunikipati, the University of Texas at Dallas.
Kelechi Rita Udeze, University of California, Los Angeles.
Yeli Wang, China Pharmaceutical University, Nanjing, Master of Science in Human Nutrition from Columbia University, and PhD in Public Health from National University of Singapore.
Aaron Weingrad, University of Maryland, College Park.
And Semi Yoon, University of California, Los Angeles.
Will Assistant Dean Chandra Smart, Professor of Dermatopathology, please come forward to cloak the students whom she will be advising in the Caritas Society, which means charity or affection. Manuel Acosta Lorian, Jr., University of California, Irvine.
Noor Ali Sawi, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, Master of Public Health and Global Health Economics, Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health.
Monisha Alishala, University of California, San Diego.
Yesenia Apreza, University of California, Los Angeles.
Rithika Bambani, University of Southern California, Master of Science in Narrative Medicine, Keck School of Medicine, USC.
Alice Kai, The Ohio State University.
Christina Chen, Texas Tech Health Sciences Center, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Texas Tech Health Sciences Center.
Aaron Chang, George Washington University.
Kemily Dornelis, Florida Atlantic University, Boca Raton.
Karen El Reyes, University of California, Los Angeles.
Fahidur Fahid, Harvard College.
Iman Fatali, University of Pennsylvania.
Jasmine Gill, University at Buffalo, SUNY.
Nika Gladkov, University of California, Los Angeles.
Blaine Grant, Brown University.
Daisy Elizabeth Huerta, Loyola Marymount University.
Rithik Jain, University of California, Berkeley.
Maranmayi Joshi, New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Maria Carell, New York University.
Emilio Larrazabal, California State University, San Bernardino.
Hunju Lee, University of California, Berkeley.
Adrian Lim, University of California, Los Angeles.
Sam Limsuwanarat, University of California, Los Angeles.
Jacqueline Liu, University of California, Berkeley.
Puneet Mann, Pepperdine University.
Eric Mejia, Arizona State University.
Sarai Chan Lekna Nuth, University of California, Berkeley.
Isabella Oldenburg, California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo.
Izena Prince Anoha, Brown University.
Kimberly Ortega, University of California, Los Angeles.
Grace Park, University of California, Los Angeles.
Sean Vishnu Patel, University of California, Riverside.
Enrique Ernesto Rodriguez, Tufts University.
Joshua Sarafian, Duke University, and Master of Science in Global Health from Duke University.
Grace Schwartz, University of Southern California, Master of Science in Neuroimaging and Informatics, University of Southern California.
Yuki Kagawa Hayashi Sato Shiazawa from Brown University, Master of Public Health in Epidemiology, Brown University School of Public Health.
Danielle Shores, Occidental College.
Shahir Sayed, Mount St. Mary's University.
Sarah Taha, Emory University, Master of Science in Global Health and Population, Harvard University.
Sarah Michelle Villanueva, Georgetown University.
Thomas Vu, University of California, Los Angeles.
Wendy Yang, Johns Hopkins University.
Gabriel Yuen, Johns Hopkins University, Master of Science in Modern Human Anatomy, University of Colorado.
And Ariel Zvingler, University of California, Los Angeles. All right, I would like to call on Assistant Dean Deborah Lehman, Professor of Pediatrics, to cloak the students whom she will be advising in the Levimentum Society, which means relief and comfort.
Lubna Abdulrahman, University of California, Los Angeles.
Caroline Aline, Columbia University in the city of New York.
Ivan Ariola, University of California, Berkeley.
Iman Blow, Columbia University in the city of New York.
Tegan Bullock, San Francisco State University, Master of Science in Biochemistry, San Francisco State University.
Victoria Cameron, Northeastern University.
Daniel G. Chen, University of Washington, Master of Philosophy in Computational Biology, Master of Research in Genomic Medicine, University of Cambridge.
Jackson Cook, University of Colorado at Boulder.
Anne DeQuino, Western Washington University, PhD in Biological Sciences, Northwestern University.
An Kwan Yop Do, University of California, Los Angeles, and Master of Urban Education from the University of California, Los Angeles.
Patricia Duarte, Johns Hopkins University.
Sophia Esherik, University of California, Los Angeles.
Sarah Jean Fillion, University of New Hampshire, Durham.
Aman Garg, Arizona State University.
Abigail Gutierrez, University of California, Los Angeles.
Leslie Hahn, University of California, Berkeley.
Matthew Huh, University of California, Berkeley.
Anna Hui, University of Pennsylvania.
Brooke Danielle DeGao Johnson, University of California, San Diego.
Caitlin Kahn, University of California, Los Angeles.
Brian Kang, Duke University.
Susanna Kim, Johns Hopkins University.
Brandon Lee, University of California, Los Angeles.
Amy Lee, University of California, Los Angeles.
Jason Lin, California Institute of Technology.
Isabella Lopez, Scripps College.
Akhil Nagulapulli, New Jersey Institute of Technology, Master of Science in Biomedical Engineering, New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Jane Nguyen, University of California, Irvine.
Ebubechukwu Obi Onyinanya, Johns Hopkins University.
Wendy Janet Perez, University of California, Los Angeles.
Ariel Peroshan, University of California, Irvine.
Shai Porat, University of Central Florida, and PhD in neuroscience in the University of Southern California.
Sahana Prasanna, Rice University.
Angel Robles, University of California, Los Angeles.
Martin Santillan Jr., University of Southern California.
Sulman Saeed, University of Southern California.
Iman Shamshad, Rutgers University, New Brunswick.
Elizabeth Stone, Emory University.
Natalie Tan, Stanford University.
Aaron Tang, University of California, Los Angeles.
Euphema Macaulay Thaddeus, Cornell University, Master of Medical Science, Brown University.
Davis Wachtel, Princeton University.
Weijia Wang, University of California, Berkeley.
Xian Yu, University of California, Berkeley.
Finally, I call upon Assistant Dean, Dr. Holly Middlecoff, Professor of Medicine and Physiology, to come forward to cloak the students she will be advising in the Accendo Society, which means illuminate. Jason Abbas, University of California, Berkeley.
Ruchi Agashe, Yale University.
Meghna Bagchi, Colorado College.
Grace Adelaide Bryant, Dartmouth College.
Brandon Carlson Clark, Cornell University.
Zoe Lu Chao, University of Washington.
Sylvia Cho, Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Haley Dion, Duke University.
Olivia Eggy, University of Virginia, Master of Science in Bioethics, Columbia University.
Awab S. Saeed, Southeast Missouri State University.
Anusha Fatapuria, University of California, Los Angeles.
Lou Yao Friedman, New York University.
Akul Goyal, California Institute of Technology.
Maury Gould, Indiana University, Bloomington.
Timothy Ismael Gutierrez, University of California, Davis.
Caroline Wong, Stanford University.
Mahed Islam, University of California, Davis.
Jasmine Joshi, Claremont McKenna College.
Evan Juan, University of California, Berkeley.
Allison Kelman, Northeastern University.
Tony Lamb, University of California, Berkeley.
Astrid Larson, Tufts University.
Andrew Lee, University of California, Berkeley.
Shine Jinnah Lim, United States Military Academy.
Crystal W. Liu, Harvard University.
Ricardo Medina Peñaranda, University of California, Berkeley.
Jennifer Navarrete, University of California, Los Angeles.
Van Nguyen, Emmanuel College.
Ishna Pandey, University of California, Berkeley.
Alec Parker, University of California, Berkeley.
Delmi Ruiz, Pomona College.
Heather Elise Samberg, Princeton University.
Ricardo Santiago Hernandez, Grand Canyon University, Master of Public Health, University of Arizona.
Alexandria Shear, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor.
Andrew Song, Stanford University.
Erica Sung, University of Colorado at Boulder.
Lauren Tucker, Harvard University.
Egbert Villegas Gomez, University of California, Berkeley.
Benjamin Vogel, University of Southern California.
Saida Geneva Wiltz, St. Edward's University.
Naeem Wright, Duke University.
Jenny Yingrong Wu, University of California, Berkeley.
Marwan Youssef, University of California, Irvine.
And Emily Zucker, University of Virginia, and Master of Science in Bioethics from Columbia University.
Thank you, Drs. Miller and Napolitano. Students, congratulations on your first step towards becoming a physician. Now, I think we know that no one achieves such accomplishments alone. I invite you all to stand and thank with your applause the family members and loved ones in the audience who helped you achieve this important goal. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of the family and loved ones in the room. Students, you may be seated. I would now like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Lucero, Associate Dean for Admissions and the Vice Chair for Inclusive Excellence for the Department of Anesthesiology and Perioperative Medicine at UCLA. Her clinical work is in obstetric anesthesia. Dr. Lucero will offer her welcome to the class of 2029 and lead them in the recitation of the UCLA medical oath. Dr. Lucero.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. So as I mentioned, what seemed like not too long ago, a week ago, was it maybe 2 weeks ago, when we met back here, that you would remember this moment, that you get your white coat, and how it was one memory that I always shared. So take a moment right now, and this is going to be one of those unforgettable moments for both you and your family. So let's just give an applause again to you all. All right, I get the wonderful honor of leading you in the oath. You will find it in your booklets. I am finding it in my booklet. All right. Still looking for it in my booklet. Yeah, you guys ready? All right. All right, so turn, and we will have you recite the oath. Oh, I'm looking for it. You know what? I'm just going to get it. I left it on the side, but you know what? Here we go. You ready? Okay. Today, I begin my training. Please stand. All right. As I said, you're going to remember this day. All right. Today, I begin my training. All right, you may be seated. So the Humanism in Medicine pins on your lapels of your white coats are a gift from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, initiators of the first white coat ceremony in 1993. The gold Mobius loop on the pin symbolizes the continuous bond of trust, respect, and communication that connects healthcare professionals with their patients when humanism is at the core of medical practice. We hope that this pin will serve as a reminder of your oath to keep healthcare human. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Brown. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lucero. Class of 2029, congratulations on your achievements. So this concludes our program. We ask family and friends to please remain seated so that the deans can lead the students in exiting the auditorium to head to the steps of Powell Library, where we will gather for official photographs of the class of 2029. In order to ensure that we have perfect photographs for you all, we ask that family members give our photographers a few moments to capture our large and small group photos before taking any personal photos. Again, congratulations to you, our students, family, friends, and faculty. Thank you for joining us all today.